Welcome to another exciting show of transformation. Prosper with Wayne, creating wealth, health, and happiness in your life. With your host, life and business coach, author, entrepreneur, and lover of life, Wayne Sutton. Prepare to become excited, expand your beliefs, and truly prosper in all the areas of your life. Enjoy.
Hey guys, Wayne Sutton here, Life Coach You. Pick up your book, lifecoachlifestyle.com. And if you are a coach, a consultant, you want to get to the $10,000 or a month or above level, then I'm going to ask you to download our book, lifecoachlifestyle.com, and go over to howtosellyourcoaching.com. Today I want to give you one of the biggest secrets there is, probably the biggest secret there is in sales and marketing. Now, that sounds like hype. If you know me, you've worked with me, you coach with me, you know I'm not into hype. I'm into results. So, how do we bring the biggest secret there is? I learned this secret years ago, actually from a gentleman named Glenn Hughes. And Glenn Hughes talked about this. It made sense. And then another gentleman named Kenrick, and which is one of my mentors, and I learned a lot under Kenrick about the way the mind works and persuasion and helping people. In fact, a lot of our criteria-based coaching program is based on the work of these two gentlemen. Now, but one thing they really, and then we go, so we jump from there and we jump way ahead to Frank Kern. Frank Kern in his mass control program talked about this. And I want to talk about it today because it's so vital. Listen, it does not matter what you sell. It does not matter. Are you selling potions, lotions, oils? Are you selling makeup? Are you selling real estate? Are you selling cars? Are you selling insurance? Are you selling investments? What are you selling? Here's the key, and write this down. Grab pen and paper. Come on, guys. It's more powerful, far more powerful, when people decide for themselves that they want your stuff than when you convince them to buy it. Let me say it again. Far more powerful when people decide for themselves they want your stuff than when you have to convince them to buy it. That's why you hear me talk a lot about sorting and convincing. We want to sort through. There's how many billion people on this planet? How many hundreds of thousands, and maybe in your city or your area? Listen, you don't have to convince everyone. Sort through. Listen, use persuasion to paint the image that they're looking for so they decide they want it. Okay? They must know they want it. We want to sort instead of convince. Now, when you are convincing, when you convince someone, then you want them to make the decision themselves. And many times I'll tell people, listen, I'm going to give you some options. I'm going to show you what we do. But this isn't something that I need to convince you to do. I want you to simply convince yourself. I want you to look at the option and you then can convince yourself. Does that sound fair? And I'll wait for a positive yes. When they say, yes, that sounds good, they've just consciously and unconsciously told themselves, I'll convince myself when I see the right option. And listen, that's not manipulative. It's actually saying when you see the right option. If they don't, they don't, okay? So, when you convince someone, though, the hard way, which is how most people work, okay, you convinced me, all right, whatever, then it's resistance. We want to go beyond resistance. We want people to make a decision themselves. That's why when people make a decision, whether it's on politics or religion or buying habits or diets or lifestyle, they will fight you tooth and nail. They'll go to the grave for their decision. Think about this. How many people have absolutely died for their decision? So we must help them make it their decision. Is this making sense? Okay. So how do we do that? How do we get people to go and say, I want you to coach me. I want you to sell me this investment property. I want you to do whatever that may be. How do you do it? First of all, give them really cool, valuable content. Get this podcast you're listening. So let me just take a minute. Hear my words very carefully. You're listening to this podcast, and as you're listening, I'm giving you value. And as you go back and listen to my other podcasts, look at my videos, grab a hold of our book. We're giving you valuable content, and you are making a decision. I want to work with Wayne. Come on, is that true? Or you've at least considered working with us. So if I've got to convince you, it's one thing. If you convince yourself, then we're going to work together and you're going to get a massive benefit. Okay? So Valuable content that will help your prospect conclude that they want something. That they want something else, okay? And it's just like this unconscious selling. It's just this, you're literally, because of the internet, because of being able to retarget people, because we're able to send you multiple emails, be able to follow you on Facebook, be able to be in your phone with your podcast, it becomes that unconscious selling. Does this make sense? So I can build a relationship, I can get feedback from you, but also I can be there when you are ready. Because sometimes people are just in different time sets, okay? Different time sets. They're like, I'm not in the mood now. This is happening in my life, and it's not the time. But if you're there bringing another piece of content, you solve a problem. See, some of you listening to this, you're going, I don't know how to sell. I solved that problem. I'm teaching you in our course. Some of you are going, I'm not a coach yet. We solved that problem. We give you the full criteria-based certification program. Some of you go, Wayne, I'm a coach, but I'm not at $10,000 a month yet. We solved that problem. We show you how to get to $10,000 a month. Or beyond. So we are going to solve a problem, but what we want to do is bring you content. You want to bring content to your people in different ways, because listen, again, people have different ways. That's why I do video, that's why I do podcasts, that's why I do blogs, that's why we do phone calls, just webinars. We want to bring the content in a way that's going to connect with them. Okay? Wow. Listen to me. Does that make sense? All right. So we want you to see it, connect, that you can say, I need this. I want this. Not that I have to say, buy this or come on board, but we want you to see it. Another great way of doing this. So I want you to think about your prospect. And a prospect that maybe you've talked to, they didn't come on board. You're giving your best logical pitch. You're giving features and benefits and everything that you're supposed to do. Now, jump into a story. Okay? Most people, listen, we grew up hearing stories, fairy tales. Almost every night I lay my daughters down for bed, I tell them a story. And most of the time it's we'll jump from a Bible story to a storybook to an imagination-driven story that I develop on the fly. And why? Why do I do that? Because stories draw people in. And when you tell stories, and they can place themselves. That's what happens. That's why if you watch a movie and you cry, or you watch a movie and you get excited, because you placed yourself in that story. Okay? So if you'll tell a story that's entertaining, but also tell a story that conveys additional meaning, conveys the additional points they need to know, so they go, wow, if this person can do it, so can I. If this person did it, so can I. I want you to grab a hold of this, guys. So much more to learn here, but let's go back to the beginning. I want you to remember, people remember what you say in the beginning, at the end most. It's far more powerful when people decide they want to invest with you. They want your stuff. They want to buy from you, than when you have to convince them to buy. Pick up my book, LifeCoachLifestyle.com. If you're serious about becoming a coach, if you're serious about taking your coaching business to the next level, call me. 910-233-2511. 910-233-2511. Look forward to hearing from you. This is Wayne. God bless.
Thanks for joining us again at Prosper with Wayne. Be sure to subscribe to us for more exciting, life-changing episodes. Go today, in fact. Go now to prosperwithwayne.com and enter your email for our exclusive newsletter and other resources. God bless and go prosper.